Ain't no stopping sunshine. Ain't no stopping me. Ain't no stopping all the love that sets the people free. Ain't no stopping this love from changing people's minds. Ain't no stopping sunshine. Gonna leave the dark behind. That is by Yoli. And if you know the song and you know where the song comes from, you have good taste in music and movies, in my opinion. Greetings and salutations. This is your girl, Outspoken Diva. And let's have a talk about it Tuesday, shall we? When I post this, when you finally see this, when I post it, the timing of it is on purpose. It will be the last day of Black History Month, and the next day will be the beginning of Women's History Month. One of the reasons why I enjoy being a girl, a black woman, female black human, is because the party doesn't stop. It just keeps going. I just keep getting to be celebrating me according to society, right? I mean, we celebrate ourselves 365 days a year, right? But hey. But this is inspired by a email that I got some time ago. This guy did not agree that I said that Eva from Deliver Us from Eva, Eva Dandridge, was a nerd. All she was a ball busting, annoying black woman that was getting on everybody's nerves, and yeah, they was trying to get her, man. That's the only story that he saw. And he came across my thoughts because he came across the Dope Science Show with Stephanie Lowe. Shout out to her. I need to check on her, see how she's doing. She's such a sweetheart though. But come to find out, once I asked him, he wanted to know how was she a nerd? He didn't understand. And I went back and listened to the episode, and I was like, no, I said it. Then I went back to my post to make sure. I'm like, no, I said why she was a nerd. So I said, sir, I said it. So then he explained he only got to where she said that we were going to review and talk about Jumpin' Jack Flash and Deliver Us from Evil. He turned it off. People, when you want to jump up in people's and be loud and wrong, make sure you listen to all of it. When you especially these podcasts, these posts and everything, read it all. Simple. I mean, keeps a lot of problems down. Okay, all right. But once I told him to go back and read my post or go back and listen to the whole episode, yeah, he was like, oh, okay, I get it. Plus, also, he had never watched The Big Bang Theory because that is who I see Eva as Sheldon Cooper. If Sheldon Cooper can be celebrated or talked about as a nerd because he does some of these same things that Eva Dandridge did, why can't we see? How come I couldn't see Eva as a nerd? And it's because you only see her as that is because this story is based off of Taming of the Shrew by William Shakespeare. It is the same story that 10 Things That I Hate About You, which is about a young lady in high school who is a know-it-all and all that kind of stuff. Because we got to get the girls a man before they get to college, right? We can't have them being too big for their britches, being too smart for their britches, and being too know-it-all. In Shakespeare time, back in those days, yeah, women didn't have much agency anyway. But nowadays, since what, the 60s, 70s, since before then, but the 90s and 2000s, we can, and definitely by now in 2023, we can see black women, all of them. We can see our stories as something else other than she just needs a man. But because William Shakespeare said this, and he's just so beloved. If you actually pay attention to a lot of stuff that he says he does with his women characters, Y'all would quit this mess, all right? But okay, that's neither here nor there. But because he said, taming of the shrew, she's a shrewd woman, she's mean, and she's, being all, as y'all say, this masculine energy. She's not living her soft life. Y'all don't want to see, because this is the story that, it's something wrong with me that I see past that story, and I see her as a nerd, a black nerd, a black female nerd. There's nothing wrong with me because that's my mind and that's how I want to see it. And if that makes me a shrew, if that makes me a ball buster, if that makes me too big for my britches, then so be it. William Shakespeare doesn't write my story. William Shakespeare doesn't base me. I base me. God bases me. Okay. I leave everything down below the podcast and the links to the shirt and my post that was inspired from and everything. I'm not gonna leave the email because there's this thing called doxing, and just in case I don't want to inspire any of y'all to do that. I don't feel like my platform is big enough, but shoulda, coulda, woulda, I would think that and be like, no, nobody's like that. And y'all be like that, but no. But everything else will be down below. But yeah, I want to see past Shakespeare's nonsense on how he described women and see past any story. If you see anybody that you identify as something else, see that. And if you can back that up, see it, be it, talk about it. Okay. You disagree or agree? Leave the comments down below. In the comments on this video, on the blog post, on the social media site that you see this on, okay? All right. Talking to you in adult times.